Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe with OMGRC.com. So today, just figure I kind of see what everybody's doing. I'm gonna be running. Got my rustler here, which actually has the ground pounder body. I did some changes to it, used some little parts here and there, but yeah, different shocks on it, what have you. It's got a VLX system in there. Now, it did have a different brushless system in it, but I went ahead and just something different on that one. Now, I know some of you guys, if you're watching afterwards, like, hey, you're going to go brushless on this. So, yeah, I'm going to go brushless. I don't know. I'm not going to do the video right now to show you guys me doing the brushless conversion. But what I'm going to be doing is kind of experimenting a little bit with this Hobby Wing system here, this Easy Run Max 10. It's a pretty small, I'll dig it out of the box here. Hey, what's going on? Shmee? Is that Shmee? I'm thinking how you trying to figure out how, but hey, what's going on? So I appreciate that. Yeah, so got this little Hobby Wing system that I'm going to go ahead and do. This is a 5400 kV motor. I'm sorry. Yeah, 5400 kV motor. Hey, what's going on, Gerald? I think, I'm sorry if I can't, I'm trying to think of how. Gerald Artodi. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to hack that name up or so. Sorry, dude. I need someone here to say, hey, Dad, that name is pronounced this. So, but anyway, appreciate you guys joining in. Let's see. Hey, what's going on? The parts are be expensive. Lyndon, what's going on, Kelly? Lyndon Kelly. Yes. Oh, those parts are. These parts, I don't know if you're talking about these as far as being expensive. Now, this is a pretty inexpensive car in the first place. So, you know, this thing's under $100. So, you know, you're looking at this system here and like, wow, it's gonna. I get as a dealer, and I just want to put a brushless system in the car anyway. So it's more or less just to see how it's going to run. It's not a matter of like, oh yeah, this is what I use. If you guys want to follow, then you know, more power to you. If you want to pick the system up, but right now, it'll probably be like Monday or so when I start working on this vehicle, because there's a lot of stuff I need to kind of think through when it comes to this little brushless motor. I'm sorry, the brushless motor and this electronic speed controller here, because it's not so bad as far as the height of it, but the problem is where the fan's at. Almost is going to be hitting the roof here, and I want to actually get some ventilation. I know there's all different systems that you can purchase, and other people have probably already did it, and hey, that's cool. But this is what I'm going to use, and so I might make some kind of roof scoop or something like that to incorporate, so I can get some air forced in there, or at least let that fan cool down that electronic speed controller. We'll see how it is as far as temperature. If anything, I can always go ahead and take that fan off just to run it and see how it just runs anyhow. So I'm going to test it all out here. I've already taken out everything in there, well, except for the electronic speed controller. So in this case here, me going ahead and doing this upgrade to it, I will be replacing all the electronics. That means the radio, the servo. This got a little micro servo that I picked up as well. Again, the electronic speed controller and the motor. So yeah, let me go ahead. But I'll probably do some video at least going over it, and then I'll have to kind of, like I said, think it all out as far as to what I'm going to do, converting all this stuff. But yeah, I just want to kind of see what everybody was doing, kind of share, you guys share your thoughts as far as to if you have some other ideas, then that's cool as well. So yeah, definitely appreciate it. I know it's kind of like, this is like kind of a no notice as far as to go live. Normally I would do it like on a Friday afternoon or later in the day, but I know Saturday everybody's kind of running around, what have you, so I kind of expect not to be too much. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of going on with the whole YouTube in the first place, so we're going to have to see how that all works. What's up, Felix G? What's that? Flexin G, what's up, man? Sorry, I don't know why I didn't, but Flexin G. Is that 120? This is a 60 amp electronic speed controller that's here. It's made for like a two-wheel drive, sport, so it's very lightweight when it comes to the electronic speed controller. And it's small, so it's a little bit smaller than the one that comes in it, as far as just a little bit less as far as its length. But it definitely has more on the height, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem on that part of it. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put this thing on the tripod, and we can kind of at least take it out of the box, kind of show you guys a little bit what I'm kind of working with. I'm here for the clawback. Oh yeah, the claw right there. Massive dude. So the clawback. I did a video on it too, so I made it a little bit quicker. I mean, it only went like 11 miles an hour, and then I kind of flipped it. But I think 11 miles an hour on that vehicle with how it's kind of set up might be about what I want to kind of about the amount of speed I really want to give it. I'm watching the video early. Oh, okay, right on. Cool, man. So yeah, let's go ahead. I just had the post office come by and I was like, oh, I know I got something in the mail here. So I was already kind of checking it, getting some ideas. So let me give you a little comparison. There's the one. So, it's got that stack on it as far as with that fan. So you can see here just kind of a side-by-side comparison. Form factor wise, hopefully you can kind of see that. Let's do it this way. You can kind of see that. So you can see they're pretty small as far as both of them. And then you got that side comparison too. You can kind of see that from up above maybe. So yeah, the fan's the issue. Now I kind of knew that was. So looking at it, I'll probably still put it somewhere, like I said, here. And then when it comes to putting the body on, see, it pretty much fits on there, other than the wires kind of hanging out. So it fits on there, but the problem is that this fan's going to be just basically doing nothing. So what I'll do is, like I said, cut that little hole out probably. I don't know. I hate to cut it into it, but that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Other than take this fan off of here and just run it, like I said, and just to see how fast the car goes. And then say, okay, here's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do anyway is I will go ahead, kind of set stuff, hook it up, and not think about as far as placement at the point in time. See how it's going to run, and then go ahead and start, figuring out where I really want to put everything. But there's not really many places to put everything on here anyway. But showing you that, let me show you the motor. So again, if you're not familiar as far as with motor size, this is a 540 motor, so it's a little bit smaller, but it does have a temperature sensor on it right there. So I can set different temperatures. So if this thing starts to get cooking, it can cut off at different temperatures that I set it at. So that's kind of a nice thing. But you can see, like, here it is, the 550 here, 540 here. Hey, really, I don't see there's like major difference there. You got the electronics hanging on the outside here. It's a brushed motor, but I do have like anyway, I like it. I like it, and there's some issues where the wires need to kind of lay a little bit flat. And just the wires coming out of the electronic speed control, I'm going to probably put them on a 90-degree angle. So instead of them coming straight out, because that's going to give me a major problem when it comes to clearance on the body. So I'll probably turn those things, like I said, like a 90 degrees so they come out this way. I think I can get like in a little adapter, or I'll come up with something to make that work. So I don't know if I'll show that, because it's going to be something I'm going to have to get creative on my own and then say, okay, here we go. Got everything hooked up. Let's see how it runs on the brushless system. And hey, at least if you're in the market, hey, the 5400 kV motor is going to be cool. That's going to be pretty nice setup. Oh yeah, appreciate that. Yeah. Flex NG. Yeah, this thing's going to be flexing for sure. This thing's going to be pretty quick. I just don't know how quick it is with that 5400 kV, but it's going to spin some RPMs for sure. And the other thing is, the only thing I don't like about this car, that it is a great car, but the gears. So I thought the gear, so this is to go about this pinion gear, right? So this pinion gear that's here, most of the time you'd say, okay, that's a 32 pitch. Now, of course, if you're not in separation between the gears, so that little gap that's there, so it's a 32 pitch, but this is not, right? It's a little bit off, so it doesn't mesh with a normal 32 pitch gear. So let me kind of show you. I'm just kind of experimenting and showing you guys a little bit. So you can kind of see, like, these two, they mesh up fine. Yeah, they're the same type of gear, but what I'm getting at is these are smooth. On here, it's not smooth at all. So it kind of jumps. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm not really sure. Is the gearing all metal and the pinion? So the only metal gear, well, it does have a plastic spur gear that's in there. And I can kind of show you that a little bit. Now, I did take apart the differentials, so if I do any kind of video, I did already put some grease in here, but it does have a plastic spur gear, and then you got the metal pinion gear. Now, I know LC Racing, if I'm not mistaken, LC sounds right. LC Racing, they have some stuff that kind of mimics this car, or I should say this car mimics it a little bit. So I know I had a lot of people saying about, oh yeah, you can get stuff off of LC Racing, and you know, you get your car, your, you know, maybe your parts quicker, and also these parts are compatible because this thing apparently is kind of a clone of an LC Racing car that I'm aware of. I haven't really checked a lot into it, but it looked fairly simple. But I haven't wasted or spent much time on that car to compare it all to apples to apples, if that's the case. But I did take apart the differentials, so I've already taken that all apart. How about let's see, the spider gears and the differential gears. Those are all metal. I've taken them apart. I wish I could throw a picture in or something, like, here's the picture. These are all metal gears, no oil, no grease, anything like that in them. So I already put grease in the front and the rear. I only put, what I put in there? I just put like some, what did I put in it? I think I put 100. Did I put 100,000? No, I didn't put. I only put like 3,000 weight oil in it. Nothing crazy at all. I just wanted something to kind of slow it down just a little bit, because before you could just spin them and they would both spin in opposite directions, the two wheels. I just want something to kind of slow that down just a little bit. That way I get a little bit more traction, because I don't want to have all the power. It happens more or less when it comes to, let's see here. I have a Wltoys, okay, A959B. This is a super fast and strong. So, yeah, I don't know however you say your name, sorry, dude. Yes, I had the A959B. This is, in my part, this is like worlds above it, because the other one you gotta do a lot of upgrades to it, and I think this one, it just has a lot. Not to say that the other car's bad, but I'm saying to get to where this is at from the get-go, this is just a better bang for the buck, in my opinion. It comes with bearings, it comes with adjustable tie rods, links, all that, aluminum shocks, which aluminum shocks, I mean, it is what it is. The shock tower, it is aluminum. Is aluminum better than plastic? I don't think all the time, depends on where it's at. Now, and this is a buggy, so what happens is if you're jumping this buggy and smash and everything like that, this is kind of a softer metal, so this stuff will bend. So the way I run my car is on-road only. Keep yourself out of trouble when it comes to the car. Let me see, I know some of you guys had said something there. I see you driving all your kind of RCs with one thing. Which one's my favorite Flexin G? As far as all the cars I've been driving and everything like that, man, it varies so much. Depends on like my mood. Like, oh, we want to jump. Honestly, my favorite jumping RC car, I really like the Shredder. The Shredder is just, the reason why, two things. And here, I'll show you a little bit, since you're asking about it. So we got the Shredder here. It's a Red Cat Shredder. We got the Habao. I'm going to say it, that's how I say it. It's a 1/7 scale, 1/6 scale, but the price point's really good on this one. You know, it's like $360. This one's like $670. This one's very durable. I've been beating this one up as well as far as the Habao, but this one I've had more runtime experience on, so I can only go by experience, right? So this one I didn't have to do much to it, just bash and crash it, and it's been holding up really well. But as far as do I have a favorite RC car, man, it is very difficult to say. I think like the Shredder is just kind of my all-time, just because it's been through a lot with me and hasn't broken anything. So I guess that would be my all-time one right now. But I like, even just the clawback. It's cool just because it's huge, right? I mean, you can see all these other like 10 scale, 12th scale. It's like a 1/18th scale or something, 10 scale. Then you got this massive, you got a 1/10th scale vehicle here, but then you have this huge 1/5 scale. I recently sold my Shredder. I love it, but hated it with waiting on the parts, plus no aftermarket parts. So yeah, there's goods and bads to everything like that, especially when you're not dealing with a more popular brand that has all the backing of aftermarket parts. So I totally get that part of it as well. So I just kind of know, I know its place, right? So $360, I'm not going to expect a lot from it. Let's see, Mr. Kelly here. How fast do you think that will go after the new system? How fast? Well, man, it's a great question, and I do not have the answer to right now. But I will be strapping on I got this GPS. Again, this is something that Banggood had sent me, so I just wanted to let you guys know. So they sent this to me. So this is a little GPS, so I can put that on top of there, because if I'm going a lot faster, throwing a GoPro on the back wing, I might have problems. It's going to want to just flip over or something. So I did have this thing. Meets RC. What's up, man? So, okay, so let's see. Flexin G. Let's see, I use my X Max to bash, but I love it. Clawback is a crawler, you know, claw around, yeah. But let's see here, they are both huge. Yeah, I like the big RC cars. I'm not gonna deny that one. That's why I like they have a bigger presence. It doesn't feel like you're just messing with like, you know, some people claim them as toys. I don't really think some of these cars are toys because they're pretty expensive. You start getting into the money on them, and you know, toy stuff. I feel like, you know, you go to Walmart, Target, whatever, pick you up, you know, a little RC car there, and that would be my toy grade stuff, not the stuff that you walk into your local hobby shop and you can pick up. That's going to be hobby grade stuff. Now there is a little bit of a fine line when it comes to like some of these cars here. Like, well, what is it? Is it toy grade or hobby grade? And this is hobby grade because you can still get parts for it. So, you know, I'm putting hobby grade components inside this thing here too without modifying it, so to speak. As far as I can mount this stuff up, no problems there. So I still think it as a hobby grade, even though, you know, it's under $100. You know, it's definitely reasonably priced, but I still consider it as a hobby grade RC car, not a toy grade. So there's a lot of stuff that's bugging me right now with YouTube, man. This whole COPPA thing. So drive me crazy. These are definitely not toys. Yeah. Yeah, it's not, and you can't, you know, it's not a toy budget, right? So you break something, it's going to be, you know, it could be pricey, could not, but it takes maintenance to it. So, you know, you get toy stuff, you know, you wear it, you break it, that's it, you throw it away. That's a toy, right? So, yeah, there's definitely a difference between toys and you know, the hobby grade stuff. So this is, it's cool. I like it. So I got this one here, this little Traxxas Rustler. I put the ground pounder body on there. I had one before, right? So, yeah, ground pounder, Rustler VXL 4x4 wheels on it. It's got a VXL system I stuck in there just last night, just kind of poking around, screwing around with it. I know this is a vehicle that most people are like, oh, okay, yeah, we've seen this thing for many, many years. This is like, you know, as old as dirt. But I still like the vehicle anyhow. So, and I do like, man, you know, see, that's the thing. I can't, you know, it's kind of like your kids, right? These RC cars, I have a hard time as far as really saying, oh, which one's my favorite, because I really like them all. It just depends on the mood. So that's why I have a bunch of different RC cars, not just to entertain you guys as well, but to entertain me, and it depends on my mood. Like, oh, do I want to do any kind of crawling? Which we know I'm in Florida, so crawling's not really anything fancy. But if I'm with another friend, like my buddy Brian, hey, man, it's cool just to go hang out. You kind of, you know, shoot the breeze, whatever, and, you know, just run your little cars, and it's cool. You don't have to worry about really things breaking. It's all good. No favorite RCs, yeah. Hoopty, what up, man? Is that Hoopty? Hoopty? Yeah, I'm going to say Hoopty on that one. Flexing RC, 24 miles an hour on the white crawler is pretty fast, bro. Yeah, Flexing RC, you're right. Man, you know what? I love that little thing. My friend Brian has one. He has the Bronco or whatever, and I was like, that thing looks, I like it. So he went ahead and said, let's see here. Cullen RC, what up? Mine should be here. Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. So Mr. RC, I guess that's Cullen RC. Cool. Nice. What's up, Martin? Jack? So, yeah, the crawler, the HPI Crawler King, which I converted not to crawler now. Now it's going 24 miles an hour with the brush system in there. Dude, it's awesome. I love it. And it puts a smile on my face because it's like, that's a crawler and it's going pretty quick. So I like it. It's good stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to do a blow. All right, Sam, let's see here. Are you guys still there? I did replace, let's see, my live chat. It seemed like I was having some issues, so I put the phone back down. Let's see. So let's see. Hopefully you guys are still there. It looks like we're there. So you replaced the stock brushed motor on the clawback with a Gen 8 stock brushed motor. Correct. I did. Yo, I'm here. Mr. Hoopty. Nice. No favorites, RC? Yeah, no favorites. Yeah, it looks like I lost the connection there. So I just put it back on the tripod for right now. So that's why you're looking at maybe a static image, or it looks pretty static. This is still live. Yep, it's still live, Brett. What's up, man? So yeah, it's still live. I just kind of put the camera down on the tripod, so that way, I don't know if that's causing a little bit of issues with the Connection here, I'm just using my mobile network because I've tried Wi-Fi and it just seemed like it didn't work either. Buffering kinda. Oh man. So that sucks. Okay, cool. That's my next upgrade. Plus, already installed the 880. Okay, ESC. Okay, Flexin RC. Yeah, the 880 Hobby Wing system. This little dude right here. It's a good little system. I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, for the price point, it's like, all right, that works. So yeah, this is definitely a nice little system. Gives you a little bit more flexibility than the smaller one that it comes with. That's a little bit crazy. With the clawback. The clawback needs to be refreshed a little bit. And a little bit, you know, some upgrades to it. Excuse me. Yeah, but I like the clawback. I was gonna run that. I did run it in a parade, so that might do another parade video on that one. Sorry if you guys think this stuff's static or whatever. 3S capable or 4S capable. Sorry, I'm late. Let's see here. If we're talking about if you're talking about the Wltoys, this little buggy here, this would be. Really, I'm only going to put it on a 2S. It says as far as electronic speed controller can go on a 3S LiPo. It's only It's only a 60 amp electronic speed controller. Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know if Flexin RC you're talking. Let me the new RC, the new ESC. The new ESC you can run it on 4S. So this thing's depending on the amount of turns that are on your motor. You can run it on 4S. So I think it's anything above 18 turns or something like. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, guys, if you guys know it better. But it's something like that. It's like over 18 turn or 24 turn, you can do it as you can do it on 4S if I'm not mistaken. I think it's around 24 turn. 24 turn brush motors, dual, you can run on 4S. Anything lower than that, you need to do it on 3S only. But I'm pretty certain of that one. That's how that kind of set up. Let me see if I missed anybody. So something new I added to the channel too. I don't know. There's a little super chat. I saw some other people doing that thing as well. That's kind of cool. They have stickers and stuff like that. I'm not so crazy about the stickers, but you know, as far as super chat, that's kind of cool. Something different. Let's see here. Oh, let me see here. Brett asked something too. Hey, can you put your axles under the clawback? Can you put your axles under the clawback? Not sure as far as that one, Brett. How you maybe it's worded wrong. Hey, can you put your axles under the clawback? I'm not sure about that one as far as the axles. I mean, it's a solid axle. Well, it's got two axles, one for each side of it as far as that, but it's a solid rear axle. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know your question exactly. But this is it. Well, you're not going to see it with the reflection and everything like that. I threw the other one away. But you can kind of see it. That's one of them. That's like the axle for it. It goes into the drive shaft. Or not the drive shaft, the transmission, sorry. It's MOA Flexin. Oh, yeah, it's motor on axle, exactly. So Flexin RC, yeah, it's motor on axle. So I think that if that's what you're asking, yeah, it is motor on axle. So that means, yeah, motor. I don't think I have anything else that can show you that same exact thing. Anyway, it's the same thing as like, you know, it's something like this. It's because I can show you this better. You know, motor on axle, you got your transmission that's here, and yeah, so if you guys know about that. But it's kind of like the same kind of setup as this one here, the old Tamiya stuff. I had a replacement, let's see, I had to replace all the dog bones. The pin snapped. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think it's kind of a little bit on the clawback is a little bit on the fragile side with some of that stuff, depending on the power. And because you're turning those big meats, those 8-inch rims or tires, it puts a lot on those little pins for sure. And even the drive shaft, I snapped mine on just under the amount of torque that the wheels, you know, can, anyway, as far as those motors are putting out. So yeah, it's a little bit like that's why I don't want to go any faster with my clawback. I'm gonna move this camera because I know that it's kind of boring just sitting there like, but I don't know how much it's gonna shake or whatever. But I kind of like moving the camera around so that people aren't like, oh, it's boring. But yeah, clawback here, kind of getting back, the clawback. So yeah, that yeah, they're 8-inch tires, and then people say, oh, those tires look small on the vehicle. Yeah, they are, but I can't find anything that's any bigger. That's the problem. That it's gonna fit correctly. So a lot of people will say that, oh, that looks small. But I did paint the chassis because the chassis was red, and it really showed underneath there. And I really I made it all black now, so that all the aluminum is black or silver. So I did that. Let's see, both short and long dog bones pins are the weak point. Exactly. Keep in mind, I'm running the Proline trenchers on my clawback. Oh, okay, Proline trenchers. What size are those? Like, do you know about how tall they are, the Proline trenchers? I'll have to look anyhow. I didn't use some kind of adapter on them as well? Because I think there's like, what is that, like a 22 millimeter adapter or something like that. Can't remember how big that is as far as the wheel. Yeah, whatever it is. The wheel hex, that size on it. What's your thoughts on the Traxxas Bandit? I like it. My daughter has one. We just upgraded the bumper on it because it broke when she smacked into the the driveway lip on there. Oh, okay, 4. Oh, I believe they are 4.3. Okay, so they're quite a bit smaller wheels on it then. But yeah, Clay's there. Yeah, I mean the Traxxas, as far as the Bandit, I don't think you can really go too wrong with it if you're okay with a two-wheel drive RC car for the price point. There's plenty of stuff you can make it a. What can you do? I mean, this is it here. I mean, this is a Bandit more or less. It's a Rustler, but you know, there's not. I mean, they're pretty much the same exact thing without just I think the body mounts that are on there, if I'm not mistaken. But it's all the same as far as the chassis itself. So this is basically. I mean, if you flip it over, the Bandit, the Rustler, same stuff. I like them. I got a little brushless system in there. I think the transmission is pretty darn durable. I mean, I put 6S power through this transmission and still hanging in there, even with no upgrades to it. Only thing I did was put bearings in here because it only had bushings, and I just replaced the shocks on it. And then someone sent me a nice guy that John Smith or something like that, I think his name was, sent me some little RPM stuff just to kind of throw a little red in there. So I like it. Yeah, so the Bandits pretty much, I like them. They're cool. Can't really... They've been around for a while. Let's see, I think I might have missed some of you guys there. See if I got any comments. Keeps closing up. I believe, okay, yeah, 4.3. What's your thoughts on that? Place all dog bones. Oh, okay, so Hoopty here. So sorry if I missed this one here. Well, I don't know the Red Cat part numbers for the axles. Okay, I have the LC Racing hubs to see if they fit tonight. Okay, cool. So sorry, I'm gonna go with Hoopty there. Rides and reviews. Yeah, let me know more about the LC Racing. I would be, you know, I'm intrigued as far as to what will all fit on there, because if that's the case, it might be a lot quicker to get parts for this car. Maybe they're a little bit better. I don't know. But I don't like the gears on it as far as the pinion gear and the spur gear, because they're not true 32 pitch. They're whatever they are as far as overseas, whatever they use. But they don't. It's the same thing what Red Cat was doing for a while, and I don't know how many other cars that they have, but they were using that same crappy, close to 32 pitch, but that's not quite right. And it chewed up my gear because I didn't know that at the time. I was like, what's going on here? Like, oh no, it's not a true 32 pitch. And I'm like, why do you guys do that, man? But they've been upgrading their stuff. They are heavy. Oh, they are heavy. Just a bit taller and wider. Way wider. So they're heavy. Okay, so your trenchers. $15, the whole 16-piece set. That's sweet. Let's see here. Oh, dog bones. Okay, so the tires. So we were talking about Flex and G. You were talking in regards to your... What are we talking about here? The trenchers that you have. So they are taller and wider, but they're heavier. And well, that makes sense. I'll have to look into those, the trenchers, and those are the 4.3s. I think you said that you... I hate looking online and looking at that stuff. Like, I want to see it in person because I want to see, okay, yeah, those are definitely bigger. And did you say that you, Flex and G, did you put different adapters on it? Or did they fit right up? I'd be curious to know about that one for your clawback. Like, oh yeah, just, you know, those fit on there, which I kind of think they wouldn't, but unless you put some adapter on them. Okay, let's see here. Okay, 50 rice 15s, but they are heavier. Okay, so let's see, $15. I mean, Yeah, 4.3s, I believe. Okay, cool. And then LC Racing hubs to see if they fit tonight. Okay, so the hubs. So your hubs. So the hubs, I mean, these are 12 millimeter. I could be wrong as far as what our conversation was on that one, Hoopty. But yeah, these are, I mean, these are 12 millimeter as far as the hex adapters, whatever. So you can put your wheels on it. I do like that part of it, of this car too. It's kind of fits into a little bit of that 10 scale, kind of moving stuff over. So that's nice on that part of it. It's a cool car. I like it. Now again, of course, you know, Banggood sent it to me for free, whatever. But I definitely appreciate all you guys, you know, buying these things too. It's crazy. But I like the car. I like it just in general. I don't, just because someone sent it to me doesn't mean that. There's some other ones that either I get rid of them or you don't see them much anymore because I don't really care for them. But okay. But yeah, I definitely truly do like this one. That's why I spent more money to actually make it brushless. So no diff adapter. Oh, that's, I mean, okay, no, okay, so no adapter. Okay, so no adapter needed. I just widen up the hex hole on the rims itself and voila. Okay, so that's cool as far as Flex NG. So you went ahead and just no adapter on it. Nice. So I'll have to look into that as far as putting different wheels on. I would like to give it a little bit meaner stance and everything like that too. I meant no hex adapter. Yeah, I figured you meant that as far as that one goes, flexing. So that's cool. I would definitely like to put some different wheels on there at one point in time. So that might be something I have to kind of write down and like, okay. But I know you were saying about you have to probably have to cut out to make the tires fit on the adapters that it has now. We'll have to see, because I know like Proline is now having like different adapters. They have the centerpiece that you can take out. Anyway, you're live. Okay. That's what happens when the phone call comes through. Not cool. I can't put it on airplane mode either. I do have some Proline tires here, and they do have the center adapter, the hex adapter, whatever, the hub, that you can replace if you hone it out or if you need to change it or whatever. So I do like that as far as what Proline's doing, because they're not cheap tires. So that is cool. Let's see here. Let's see. I meant, yeah, that's cool. Let's see. Hoopty. Let's see. Not the hex. Oh, okay. Not the hex. Not the hex with the aluminum hub. Upgrade to LS raised. All 16 pieces. $15 to Wltoys, just the front hubs. Okay. All right. Cool. You'll end up spending $45. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep this thing cheap, man. As far as, but it's already expensive now that I put this brushless system. I'm gonna put in there. You know, with the micro servo and all this stuff here. Now I could have went cheaper. I could have said, "Hey, Banggood, you know, let me find out what, you know, what I can find, and then can you send it to me?" They probably would have sent it to me, but I don't want to wait, and I'd rather just put my. I like hobby wing stuff too. I don't want stuff to kind of fry up or something. I don't know. I get a little bit sketchy when it comes to certain electronics. Yeah, appreciate that, Hoopty, man. Appreciate the compliment there as far as the collection. It just revolves all the time as far as the collection goes. So hoping that I'll have some more stuff in here, hopefully in the next couple weeks too. That's the plan. Hopefully. Okay. Let's see what I gotta figure out what time it is right now. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I didn't know Proline had the hex adapters for the rims. Yeah, they do. Flex and RC. So if you look only on their new lineup, I don't have the pamphlet. They always send me stuff every month and let me know about all the new stuff that's coming out, because it's like all the time they have new stuff. But yeah, it is nice. Proline. So you know how sometimes you hone out your center of the rim. You're like, oh no, what do I do now? You know, either you have to glue a hex onto it or whatever and make it work. And now, at least with Proline, you can replace just a centerpiece here, as an example that I'm using this rim. And then you can swap it out, put something else. So I think if you had like a 17 millimeter hex adapter on your rim, you could go to Proline and say, okay, well I need 12 millimeter hex adapter, and you could do it that way. I think that way you can have it replaced. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the idea of it. And also, if you round it out, you know, you can get it replaced. So it is nice on that part of it. Like I said, tires aren't cheap. At least not on these bigger vehicles. They get expensive real quick. If you guys have X Maxes or any of those other ones, even just some of these 1/10 scale ground pounder. I want to get some Proline or J Concept monster truck tires for this one, because I think this doesn't really do its justice as far as for tires for a monster truck. It needs to have those chevron. I mean, this kind of has a chevron style to it, but that real legitimate looking monster truck tire. So I like to do that, and I did my little rustler on there. That's just actually just a rock crawler, but made it a lot faster at one point in time. It was just crazy fast. But yeah, let's see here. What else? Because I know I got to meet someone up to run some RC cars. So kind of fiending to run an RC car. I'm going to run this one here too. So I know you guys, I definitely appreciate all you guys watching. So I'm going to see if anybody's leaving another comment. But before you guys go, smash that thumbs up. If you're new here, appreciate if you guys subscribe. Definitely consider it. And check us out at OMGRC.com as well. So we sell a lot of RC stuff. And we just sent another email out today for Black Friday stuff. So jump on that list because I'll probably go ahead and send it out again come probably like Monday or so. So if you're looking for some kind of deals too, hit us up. Just go to our website. You can always call, text us. We have messages on the bottom of our website too. So you guys can always say, hey man, I'm looking for something like this, and try to help you out. Let's see. Kind of actually waiting for my friend to go RC myself, but it's taking too long. Okay. Yeah. So he just actually called me, so I was like, oh, I don't know if that interrupted my live stream or not. I think it might have, but yeah, definitely gotta bounce as far as I want to definitely run one of these cars. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching as always. Don't forget, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and again, check us out at omgrc.com. Don't want to be a broken record, but I definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to stop by and just check us out, see what we had to say. So, oh, what state? I'm in Florida. So you're in VA, right on. So yeah, we're in Florida here, so it's hot. I got the fan blowing on me right now. Hopefully we'll get some at least some cooler weather soon. Oh, NY, right on, flexing. It's good talking with you guys. Definitely appreciate you flexing, keeping the conversation going, and also Hoopty. All you guys, man, I definitely appreciate it. So I'll catch you on the next one. I got to get some RC going, man. I'm starting to fiend. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.